Hello people of the internet and hello racing fans. I'm back into Gran Turismo Sport daily races, finally. Out of the lobbies into the official daily races now. And it just happens to be the race that I hate the most. I just never got along with Nurburgring as a track. I don't feel those first corners flow very well, so it's always been a track I've struggled at. Thankfully though, with the new investments, with the new TV and such, it's really helping me, and I've managed to claw second place on the grid for this Nurburgring Grand Prix. So it is a 4-lap race rather than the traditional 12-lap race, so that means it is a sprint, not a marathon. As such, you often tend to find a lot of drivers will do these sort of dive bombing maneuvers. They just want to claw places and get their drivers rating up, and safety tends to go out the window a little bit. Also, a rolling start means we don't all get piled up in the first corner quite so bad. We're all spread out a little bit as Vartrex weaves across the track there to try and break the slipstream, but we're all going to follow him like a train. We've got some nice liveries there as well. The Audi running a really nice sort of monochromatic scheme, and a Castrol Supra back there, but I think we all know which the best looking livery is. Look at that. I'm just being quiet in awe of the Fordzilla livery there. As Kotengag, yeah, he's really opportunistic there, just tries to squeeze me out, and he runs wide, but oh, my fault. I should have had that line covered. I didn't think he would stay on the attack, but yeah, he's got me there. And I really love how that VW sounds. It's a really raspy sound, especially when you get alongside it. You can really hear that exhaust. It's really nice. And we've got a penalty already for Bitongpung of Sweden. And same with the new Gran Turismo rules, it sort of takes care of that automatically for you, so you can't brake check someone. And I nearly go into the back of Kotengag. Really hard on the brakes. He runs a little bit wide. I get the run on him, but thankfully for him, it's a left-hander coming up. I've just got to tuck him back behind and see if I can get him on the next long straight. But already Vartrex is already pulling out a sizable gap. I think he's already a second and a half ahead, whilst Kotengag and I have been squabbling, and we're leaving the rest of the field behind. The Castrol Supra being left behind there in fourth with the rest of the gang. Coming up to the NGK chicane now. Really tough place to get an overtake done. It's possible that you really run the risk of getting a penalty if you overrun those curves a bit too much. Kotengag and I get through cleanly. Vartrex still pulling out that gap as we go around the Coca-Cola curve. Again, a curve where if you're too tight, you can clip that barrier on the inside and just kiss your race goodbye. So down the main straight. Yeah, Vartrex has got quite the lead out. He's quite comfortable ahead, and oh, Kotengag's just going to go to the inside to cover the inside line. Can I get him around the outside? I can't. He keeps it tidy. The amount of torque that the Mustang has, it does make it hard to get the power down quite quickly. It is quite easy to lose the back end, have it just fishtail, and you just lose a little bit of speed. So making the most of all the curbs, they maximise what you can get away with without getting a penalty. Gran Turismo seems a little bit more lenient on that than I remember it being. I'm also getting more consecutive clean races these days, which is say a little tweak to the Gran Turismo penalty system maybe. Even if you give the guy in front a bit of a love tap, if they slammed on the brakes and you inadvertently give them a love tap, it sort of doesn't seem to go against you anymore, so that's quite nice. So I do like the Dunlop curve. It is I seem to get that right. Quite well and make a bit of time, but again, Kotengag, all he's got to do is just drive defensively, and because it's a short race, I don't have time to sort of plan my attack. I kind of need to make a move and make it soon. And yeah, this really would be a race where I would prefer 12 laps, because when I get past Kotengag, you know, I'd have so much time to chase down the leader. And I could go for it now, but I know that will just ruin my line. He's gone defensive, which has ruined his line anyway, so that's going to compromise his exit. Coming back into the Coca-Cola curve. I don't think anyone's hit it yet. I did see somebody hit it in a previous race, but I didn't do too well in that race because somebody punted me off the track. Which would have been fine, but then Gran Turismo Sport reset my car into the middle of the track, and I've sort of dropped from 3rd to 9th. So if you've seen my Twitter, you know all about it. Oh, very aggressive there from Gag. Again, I have to just hold back. Really, oh, and a bit of an impact there. I was full lock to the right, and he just sort of came across. Sort of, neither one of us fault, but Kotek's run quite wide there. I know what's coming up for him. Bang, half-second penalty, which is... Oh, it must be a little bit frustrating for him, but all 4 wheels did leave the racetrack then, and Gran Turismo is quite strict. Now I know that I don't have to make a silly overtaking manoeuvre, all I have to do is stay with him, but Kotek's made a mistake anyway. Coming out the forward curve, I've got alongside, he's got a penalty, that's going to slam the brakes on for him. And 2nd place is rightfully mine, I think. Red, the brake discs glow red slightly there. That's a nice touch from Gran Turismo Sport, actually. I do like seeing that. And Kotengag's got just over a lap now to get that 2nd place back. And I've got just over a lap to try and catch up with Vartrex, who's... You can only see his back wing there. He's so far in the distance. Oh, I just noticed the name of the Castrol Super Driver. It's a brilliant name. Oh, I try to learn all these track corners as well. I think that was Hudson Bach Bogan. I've absolutely butchered the pronunciation of that, but coming up again to the NGK chicane. I know that one because NGK are a spark plug manufacturer, I believe, who sponsor Charlie Martin, so hey, making this video relevant and sort of clever links and everything. Yeah, Nurburgring used to be a track I really didn't like very much. I used to struggle to get a lap time under 2 minutes. It probably wasn't helped by the fact that I chopped from car to car. I had the small TV, which, you know, response rate of probably measured in calendar days rather than milliseconds. And I had a cheaper steering wheel back then, which didn't have the force feedback of the one I have now, which is a Fanatec. I've just got the Fanatec wheel replaced actually, because I can't use the Lando Norris signed one, so I've got a replacement now, and that's bolted onto the rig, and it's all looking pretty good. Hopefully get to do some iRacing endurance racing with that. I need another Oculus Rift, because I'm not sure I could endurance race with an Oculus Rift 1 on my head. Everything down the road from you, when you're looking for your braking points, it's just a jumble of pixels. Maybe the Rift S, or maybe that Chinese one, not sure what its name is. And I'm going hard into that hairpin there. You'll see the back end just sliding out slightly, and that is what I do like about the Ford Mustang Group 3 car. You can get the back end to just come around to help you rotate through the corners, which is something I haven't noticed on the other Group 3 cars, like the Renault or the sort of concept Supra that I was quite a fan of before. So, and it looks, thankfully, that this one's been quite a clean race, even though it's a driver rating safety rating S. You do still get people punting you off the track and taking the pee a bit. So into the NGK chicane for the last time, as I come round to take a solid 2nd position, which really helps with the driver rating in Gran Turismo, and I'm about 3/4 of the way now back to that A rank. So when I get to A, I'll start looking at the Nations Manufacturer Series and maybe put TFZ on my handle, but for now I'm just going to keep with Cammie Racing, and that's been Nurburgring. Right, so here's the dick move. I started in 9th position. It was a really, really tough lobby, and I've worked my way up to 5th. Easily going to take 4th, but just watch this. The guy's, he's obviously got a bit of lag. He's sort of twitching across the track. I go for the inside, punt, and then my car's reset, and that's my race over. If you look at the onboard camera, you can see I'm aiming for tarmac. Yeah, that is what we call a dick move.